members or guests, citizens, no. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular quarterly meeting on March 9th.
Minutes.
Did everyone receive the draft?
Second.
Or?
Yes. Motion made by Dave, seconded by Mike.
All in favor? Okay,
Actually, I'm not voting.
okay.
Why am I saying that? Whoops.
Not voting.
I don't think I'm a member
Yeah,
yet.
you are.
Oh, well, that-
Yeah, you are. I have you on a list.
okay. So I.
Dave, you want to give us
Go
the
ahead.
treasurer's report?
Sure, I handed it out. You can see that we've been spending money, not wildly, but so far we spent about $2,385 and we got about 7,600 plus to spend between now and the end of the year. So
We're going to.
We're going to better get going.
Well, we are.
I gave a
I've got,
copy of these.
I don't have that on the agenda, so I'm putting it under new
Yeah, I hear
business.
you. And I've applied here each of the expense reports I've received from Jackie, who's she's
She's
the
county auditor.
county auditor, so. And it's done. She's given 4 reports to me and they're listed, as you see, as they go along. Every time I get one, I'll add a column.
Okay,
Keep it going.
great. Okay, all those in favor of approving the treasurer's
Do
report,
we have a motion?
we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Second.
Thank you, Doreen. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I get it every now and then. Okay, under me, the executive side. Distinguished Service Award, I just wanted to show you, I think this is our 13th in a row that we've received from the Texas Historical Commission. Wanted to pass that around, let everybody see it. Beautiful. We're very, very proud of that.
Will we get that frame? And so in the
I keep
courthouse?
it in a file,
Yeah.
but when I'm gone, I'll turn that file over to the next.
Sure.
And how much money came with it?
How much money came with that? Was it paper it's printed on?
I thought we got.
So we got the big
Probably
cartoon
said it's
check.
best wishes somewhere.
We have the cartoon check. for the-
Free, we'll put up in the courthouse somewhere.
I was gonna say, yeah, should we put this somewhere? I mean, should we? put-
Well, we did the Vista Print check
Oh,
that we presented Commissioners Court, and so that's on the wall. So, but it's not the same
You
thing.
can hang that when people come in and see it.
Because do we have one of these for every year that we've been, that we've received this award? We've got one of these.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Yep.
cool.
yeah, to display it somewhere. I
If we
think
had
so.
wall space somewhere that needs to go in.
Yeah.
Just do a little cascade of them.
Put it right when you
Yeah.
walk in the courthouse.
Especially in the new courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So another place it could go would be in the History Center, which is partly a historic commission facility. And we have, in there, we have a poster that talks about what the commission does. So that would be
Oh, good.
another easy place too.
Well, put it in your pile.
Do we have to make a motion to
Well-
display it
No.
all
And
or?
No,
can we,
it's just
can we
conversation.
authorize the purchase of a frame for it from our budget?
I imagine we got money, huh?
We've got the money.
Got 'em.
Yes, we absolutely could.
So we
The
need
money's in.
13 frames.
I don't know where all of them are.
If you
I
look at
wasn't,
the-
I
if you look
wasn't
at the
chair for
report there, you'll see
14,
there's money
13
in-
years.
There's money available
Miscellaneous.
in
Supplies?
Miscellaneous?
miscellaneous or
Miscellaneous, Yeah,
um,
We probably have a frame at the History Center
Okay.
Okay.
in curation. We're all right.
All right, great. Okay, I just mentioned, we did do the presentation, Commissioners Court, for the
Mhm.
amount of volunteer hours we put in 2021, which was 2,871 total hours, which equated to $71,775
Yeah.
worth of volunteer work. Just wanted to make sure. The next thing that we've got, and it's going to take a little bit of time, is the THC has asked us to photograph all the ACHC landmark markers, and they want it done by the 15th of October. I have
One
since,
month.
yeah, really. So what I thought would be the best approach, I sent everybody the packet. So I sent you all also an Excel spreadsheet. So you should have it. So you have the information from THC as to how they want it done. But I thought if each one of us took one or two, we could get this knocked out.
Yeah, we only have what, 50, I forget the counts.
15.
Yeah, these are.
But does everybody have a camera
that will take the quality of picture they want.
Well, I
Well,
think with the new ones, absolutely are
If
good
you've got an
quality.
iPhone or a Samsung of the
Yeah,
last
the phones are good.
3 or 4
Yeah.
years.
It'll take
iPhone
excellent
even,
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
So what I've done is I'm gonna hand these out, what I've got. And this is all of the detailed information. And also, what I sent you is that we have to get permission to be on people's property, number one, and number two, we have to get another release for the photographs. So they sent this example. I'll pass that around, you can look at it. But you have it in your computer because I sent it out. So if you want to print it,
So,
yeah. So what I thought I'd do is hand out. This is yours. Hand out. And the photograph of the house, so you will know what it looks like, is either on the front or the back. But that's the information. Now, when you send them digitally to me, I have to know what house it is. And if you read this fully, it'll tell you what we have to do. The file should be saved with the following name, structure, county name of property, atlas number, photo number, for example, Post Oak Thompson House, and the number. So I recorded all these. I went in and I looked up through ACAD who the owners were of Aransas County Appraisal District. So I've gotten the names of who has the house and where I could find a phone number or an email. We're also going to need email addresses from everybody. So if you want to, like I said, just, you want to do one? Okay,
One or how many do we?
well, there's 15
I
of them.
know where there's one in, I can.
I know
can Google it
exactly.
quick.
Is it a landmark number?
Are you sure these owners want
I
this?
don't know what they are.
They might not
That's-
want the publicity.
Well, that's why you call them ahead of time,
Okay.
okay?
Well, let me just say, people have already agreed to have a marker in front of their house.
Yeah.
And so we've already gone through that routine with people.
Yeah, they've already want the
But
publicity.
they just want an updated photograph.
Yeah, they just want them updated.
Yeah, but they want them at
But a
different
lot.
angles.
Mhm.
And if there's anything structurally significant, they want
Close up.
the detail. So anywhere from 4 to 5 photos is what they're asking per place. You want that one? You and Mary are out all the time. So
We'll
you
do
know.
the,
Here's Mathis house.
what about the Norrell or whatever it is that's on Water Street, right? Is that
Mhm.
one? We'll do that.
Is it Norrell? I don't think that sounds familiar to me.
Well, Jackson's got a house. in
See,
Water.
these are landmark markers.
Baylor Norval House
Yeah.
on water.
The Jackson's got a house, didn't Yeah.
Is that a landmark?
Yeah,
It's got a
Well, it's
marker.
not on the
It's
list.
not on the list.
Baylor Norval's not a landmark,
Uh-uh.
it's a subject.
What does it take to be a landmark?
Well, you'd have to,
Be 50-year-old property or at the time, historically significant structure.
and you need to maintain
Yeah,
it
it has to be
slow.
maintained.
You can't change the
historically
exterior.
accurate Structure.
Yeah,
You have to agree to that. I assume.
Yeah, the owner has to.
Yeah, you do. It's the hardest one to get people to agree to.
well, there's the Mathis house. Now, there's information on that. Where is it? Oh, I went over to Jerry Rundrat's office and he gave me the email for the Mathis house. You've got it at home on your computer,
excellent.
this.
Okay, got
This
it.
is the only copy I brought.
Somebody's recently bought that. I have an update on that.
Okay,
Guy's name is,
well, she's coming in in November from what Cheryl Mathis is coming in November. So I don't know if it's, so anyway. All right,
You can give me a couple if you want.
okay. Hoop's house is gonna be a tough one because they're in New York
Okay.
and trying to get it, you know,
Well, I can email them the
For
information.
sale. too.
It is for
it is for sale.
Yeah.
Tell me when to buy it, just. walk around. Take some pictures.
Mike,
Pictures.
Yeah, can I have permission to take pictures or sign?
yeah,
Who's your real estate agent? I'm just gonna bring them.
Colin, are you? That's,
whoever's got, yeah, this is a fun one too.
I could take more if you want, if you need
Harper.
more stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
who ended up with the,
yeah, I want to write it down what you
I'll
have.
take one. Oh, you did? That's who.
So how many of this type of marker?
6 and 13 are both the hunts.
Don't look like it.
15,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
there's 15 landmark markers.
15.
Who's got 6?
Which one's 6, real quick?
Well, you've got Wood.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I've got Harper.
I got Baldwin for that.
let's give
and-
her,
But I can get to them.
well, this
Wood
is
Jones.
Dang it, I hate when that happens.
the Fulton Brule.
I think that's right here.
Yeah.
Switch out because
Rockport School is mine. I've already talked to them,
yeah,
so got all that. So I'll take
I'm
that.
trying to give you the one
Which one's
that's
the
the
Brenda
same
house?
people.
She's got it right over
Fulton
here.
Rule.
She just took it from me, so.
I know, these,
Yeah.
those are the same owners.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'll take whatever you give me, if whatever people
Well,
don't
that
want.
would be great. I just don't want to, I thought it would be faster if we get everybody to do at least one.
Yeah,
Um,
but we're gonna have to do, there's 15 and there's not 15 people in here, so I don't mind
No, there's
doing.
not. but Colin,
Yeah.
Did I give you one?
Mhm.
Okay,
Perfect.
all right, okay,
I mean, I don't
I can
want to
take
like,
another one too.
all right. Baldwin Brundrett.
I know them.
I figured you might. Okay. Stars and Star.
I mean, I'll just take whatever you got left over, nobody wants to take.
But you
whatever.
all, that's easy. Sandy can do that one. That's the mercantile. Over there.
Is that address correct?
What?
There's 1,000 block on North Live Oak?
Mhm.
Wow.
They go to 1400, I think.
They start on Main Street.
Oh, that's
The
right.
numbers start.
Okay,
Okay. All righty, well,
that's right. That's what I said.
Mhm.
I'm taking the,
I had two.
We ended
I
up
know.
with Dave not getting any, you know.
I got two more?
No.
Wasn't it?
no, I got two. Just two. All right, so everybody can, I can resend this out to everyone. Sorry, what?
Never mind.
So I can send this out again if you all don't have it, but I would, can you tell me who's got what?
Sure. I have the Wood, Fulton
Wood
Brule.
Jackson.
Okay,
I got Wood Jackson.
I got just Richard Henry Wood.
Okay, see, there's more Richard Henry Wood. Where are you?
Yeah, there's a couple of wood houses.
Here it is. Okay. Okay.
Fulton Brule. Hopefully I said that right.
I don't think we need to do Fulton Mansion. That's owned by the state. What do you think, Pam?
Now.
I
They
could,
get their own
They don't.
pictures.
I could get with Joe Fox. I mean,
Yeah, but
Stay in a hotel over here.
Exactly.
did anybody get the Fulton Mansion one?
I just
I
got
think-
Fulton Brule. I don't think that's Fulton Mansion.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
all right. What else have you got?
And I've got Hoops Smith house, the Hoops house. I know where exactly where that's at.
Yeah, you know where it's at, but
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
to get this signed. I got Bob Gossett, I got the email for him, so you should, you.
Yeah, I just gotta get, I kept everything. It's just a matter of getting into it.
Okay. And is that all you have?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
that's it.
Mike, which one you got?
I have Heinz Balthrop from Balthrop House.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Colin, what do you got?
I have Baldwin Brundret and Bertha Harper House. Joe A. and Bertha Harper, Judge Harper.
Okay. Haynes Bathrop, is that what you said? No, that's Mike, sorry. So,
Baldwin Brundret
yeah, I've got you for that one, but I
and
need.
Harper.
Oops. Okay, here it is. I finally found it. Okay. Wait, Cindy, what do you got?
The Sorensen stair. And the Mathis.
Is that
Who
it?
owns the Baldwin Brundret House now?
Bubba.
The Moore, the Moore house.
Andret's too.
And this description, is it for the marker of the house? There's a deal that says private property and the beside it, it says no. So
It's
I'm assuming maybe that means the marker, not on private
the
property.
CeeLo Property Group. If you pull up your thing, it'll have it. It's Teresa Sepulveda. She is a real estate agent.
Oh,
She owns it.
okay.
Means it's probably for sale too.
And what's the other one? No. That's it.
That's all I.
I got the Wood Jackson house. And then I got Smith Brundret.
There's a lot of those Brundrets.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I've got these two. So, all right. Thank you for doing that. But like I said, you've got all the paperwork. I've sent it to you, so you should be able to
When did you send it?
Last week.
last week.
Yeah, last week.
Okay, so if you have any questions, give me a call. Be happy to resend whatever I need to. Preservation Public Policy. Pam, you want to give us an update on Rockport School?
I think they're working on it and, they got $250,000 grant to work on it. And part of that was for them to also become a National Register property, which just takes a whole nother set of data. And the person that's working on that has recently contacted us. Have she contacted you
No, I
Maybe.
told Mike that she might contact him.
on the school?
No, on the buildings out there at the airport, the subdivision.
Oh, right. Two different people, but
Oh, I'm
anyway,
sorry.
that's
That's what
okay.
you were talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, the school is already in process and part of it is to take the school back to 1930s when it was built.
Yeah.
So that's what they're working on. It's been really hard.
For $250,000.
No, that's just part of what they got.
That sounds a little ambitious.
Yeah, I don't think it even covered the windows, which was the big
No, that was a huge thing.
big
Yeah.
one. But anyway, that would help them. And they are working to turn in a National Register nomination, which will come to this group first before it goes to the national parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to Norm Spears and he said he really doesn't want that picture done until October because junk is everywhere. So we may be one of the last ditch ones that
Oh.
we do. That's one reason I took it. because I know we can't take pictures right now.
Somebody with really good at Photoshop.
No kidding. They're advertising you can erase things,
Yeah.
right?
You want to talk about the
And then-
dedication of the depot parking lot?
Sure, I think you were there, right? Were you there?
No,
You
I
didn't make
was
that?
not there
Okay.
because I was at Jeannie Morrison's husband's
Oh,
funeral.
that's right, that's
Yeah.
right. So the parking lot is actually called the Rockport Center for the Arts parking lot. And so the whole parking lot was dedicated. Really looks beautiful if you haven't seen it over there on Magnolia. Looks super good. Pathways is probably going to put a wayfinding kiosk in there to encourage people to start there and then go to other sites on the Pathways Trail. So that's what I know about that.
Very good, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, on the historical markers, we did get approval from THC to put a Klein, the historical marker at Klein's. Now, you know how long it's going to take. First of all, they haven't written the narrative yet, and I have to get it approved through the owners, the Myers people. But anyway, as soon as I get that, I'll send it to them, and if they want to make any kind of changes, then they will do that. But anyway, I was very excited because that's the first one. Pam helped me, but I swear it was the first one I ever did apply for, and it got accepted. So I was excited.
Yay.
Yeah. When we got to talking about Klein Building, the judge was saying, well, what about the Duck Inn? And I went, yeah, that's an iconic eatery and was for years. And so a lot of history there. And I mean, they used to have ducks on the ceiling. If some of the
How about
pictures.
Charlotte Blummer.
Well, don't get me off on that for now.
Mm.
Okay, we got, that's one at a time. I'm just telling it. I'm just saying, yeah, Charlotte Plummer
I'm
is
just
not a
thinking,
bad thing.
I think it's older than, I don't know about Klein's, but it's older than the Duck Inn, I think.
Can you explain a little bit about the Duck Inn for those of us who are
It's
not?
bay window now.
Okay, Bay
Okay.
Window. I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah.
Judge Mills ran it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
30,
Yeah, but
30.
the Ducks had it before. them.
That's right. And they're buried
It
in
started in
Rockport Cemetery.
46 or something, it was founded in 46,
Yeah,
which is the year I was born, but that's the reason it rings in.
yeah.
Rings in my ear.
Well, the bad news is the owners of the bay window do not want a marker.
Oh,
I wonder why.
So I don't know why,
Because
because
it
it
would,
would bring business
that's
to
what I
their
would think.
establishment, but that's, I
Interesting.
Has it
pleaded.
been explained that it would be a subject marker? That building's been.
That's
updated
right.
Way too much to be.
I wasn't even going after it as
Yeah.
a landmark.
So I think they may be thinking that they're getting a landmark that they won't be able to do anything with the building.
I explained it and explained it
And
more
they
than
still didn't
once.
get it?
No,
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that thought.
Yeah,
that
they do.
somebody's
really
gonna come
do.
in and tell them what they can and
Yeah.
can't do.
Right.
the judge and I went in there, talked to the owners. I mean, we did everything that we could. And then they came back and said no. So I even sent a follow-up email to them and kind of pleading with them to allow it to happen.
Did they take the ducks out of the ceiling? Are they going?
They're gone.
All that stuff.
Anyway, the other request that I got was from Vicky Marchand
Mhm.
to do a Simon Michael marker. And I don't know if there's some history there that, not to, no pun intended, but if there's any back history on Simon Michael. I drove over to where their gallery was, and it's an empty lot. And it's very overgrown. It's off of Fulton Beach Road. And,
It's on
the
King
latter
Street.
deal was down.
well, there's two. Originally, they were on Fulton Beach Road at Myrtle.
Oh, that got destroyed in Hurricane Harvey. Well, no, actually, he was in the building that's still back there
Oh, is he?
on Myrtle. It's looks like a Spanish style.
Okay,
Okay, and
we've got a lot of the narrative
that
on
was
it
where he was,
already.
but I don't think that's the one that she's thinking of. I think she's thinking about the one on
On
King
35.
Street,
Off of 35.
King Street. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there's a new owner there who's restoring that to make it a bed and breakfast. And so she's probably interested. I've got her contact information,
Okay,
this new person. And also, I've got a lot of files from Sandy Garrison. Those of you all who knew Sandy, she'd been on the commission for a long time and she kept everything. And she's somewhere in her papers that she had started as Simon Michael marker.
yeah, and also with the new book that just came out, it's a whole big, long chapters
Okay,
on Simon Michael, so it'd probably be pretty easy to. And then, of course, I know that we had a thing at the History Center one time when the Simon Michael people came in.
uh-huh.
And that was several years ago, but I don't know if they're still around or not. I added Charlotte Plumbers. I think that's a good suggestion.
Good suggestion.
I've got a suggestion too.
When does that-
Sure.
that start?
On Front Street in Lamar, that Shell
When I
Creek
was a kid, it was called the yacht.
there's like a Shell Creek
People named Tom.
It's an old
ruins,
school.
the old schoolhouse. I mean,
Almost every
that's, yeah,
Sunday.
Jonette and I were talking about that. I think that would be pretty, I mean, the remnants of it,
And
I
I
don't
always
know.
thought it was trains.
If we
They don't
moved
want
it to the
it.
History Center,
Yeah,
Craig didn't put something in.
That's,
we
I mean,
moved a
it's,
big portion of that to the History Center.
but that's what's left. I don't know if that would be worthy for a marker. I don't know.
it is.
Yes,
It's
goes back
on
in
property
40s.
that two people own and they don't want it, or at least they didn't
Oh,
the
okay.
last time we tried. But it's been, could be 10 years since we asked them.
When I went there, because they.
I'm willing to,
Sign up.
Well, Dee is a good friend of mine, and she's a good friend of Pam's,
oh,
and he
okay.
owns the one half of that. And the other people, I know her, but I don't know her well, that
Okay.
own the other side.
I mean, I think it's pretty neat. And I know
Yeah.
that people I've taken by have said, wow, there should be a marker.
Okay, well, we have a VIP marker there. I mean, not there, but at the History Center.
Okay,
that
all right,
Talks
yeah.
about it, so.
All right. The old schoolhouse on Front Street in Lamar, there's still some Shell Creek ruins there.
Okay, Dave, you want to
There.
talk about, I'm sorry.
I was going to mention, these are from the talk on Sunday.
I have
Okay.
to dig that schoolhouse. I think that my great grandmother sold on the property for that. school.
Oh, really?
I think I have a
Wow.
copy of the deed somewhere.
Wow.
Oh,
Dang, that'd be pretty cool too. Dang.
So it's always a question, what markers to try to get, but we can always get more than one. But there was, and I'm sorry, I didn't do one for everybody, maybe you can share. This was, here's yours.
Yeah, thank you.
There was a program on Sunday given by the people from the Texas Historic Commission who did a survey of the whole county. And this essentially, here, I'll share, can Bubba see that one? Okay. They came back and said these were properties that they thought were potential. They said 82 potential sites, but I didn't get that many
No.
notes. But they had one on Live Oak, which is the old trailer house. Trailer built, well, the Aransas Hotel, and he was mayor and he built a lot of stuff. Anyway, that's got a new owner. And then they had one on Mimosa, which is Ruth Davis. Those of you who know
Right around the
Scotty's
corner.
Lock and Key. That one they thought was one that would really be a good one. And we've never asked Ruth. And then they said there are something called mid-century architectural styles. Okay, and those are like houses we grew up in, right?
And before 70, wasn't it?
Before
1970.
75.
Okay.
So they said along Fulton Beach Road, you know how there's a bluff, and then there are a lot of homes up there that are sort of ranch style. And one, I only got the number down for one, which was 1401, but others along Fulton Beach Road there. And then one in Fulton on Palmetto, I meant to go by there and I didn't. And we don't have that many in Fulton, so that would be an interesting one to pursue.
Or 401.
I know, I can't picture it, but, and then Sigwald Service, on Highway 35. They said especially the office configuration, the office architect for Sidwall was really
I
significant.
think that was Emery Spencer's, that was the original building for security real estate.
Ooh, okay.
Spencer owned it, I think.
I don't know
I
anything
think he
about
was the
that.
one who actually started.
Okay. And he was he a county, he was a county judge,
He
right?
was county judge, and he owned the.
Security real
and He owned
estate.
the title company that then was later Jim Anderson's. I think he might. Jim
Abstract, kind of
Anderson
brought forward
bought-
abstract.
Yeah, I think Jim Anderson, I bought him out.
Anyway, then the other things they said were vacation hotspots. And there's Harbor Lights, and then there are a number of them over in Fulton
Yeah,
on
right
Broadway,
across from Boston.
Palmetto, yeah, and then the Little Bay Club. And then they talked about a planned development in the 1970s being Oak Avenue, and that's off of Market. I don't know if y'all know that little section in there. And then the airport complex was something else they said was of interest because it was all
I
put
think there's a
together.
place that, and I think I was going to tell you about it, but across from Bellino's, where there's a little road that, like if you're coming from town, you pass Bellino's, little road that turns to the right.
Mhm.
There's a guy that redid a house and he researched it. And sometime way back, it was a store that
Wow,
belonged to Black people.
wow.
That Black people went and did business in there.
Yeah.
And this guy researched it and found all the stuff. And I don't know the name of it, but you turn in that little, there's a little road that hooks back in there and it's on that road.
You see the green.
Here's, that's 401 Homeland Town.
Some lots of you going down, across the Bolinos.
If you were coming.
I don't recognize
it. I don't either.
It's gonna be on the
Kind of
right.
looks like
That's
it's kind of
where
what they're
Bolinos
aiming at
There's a
is
little
like
road
ranch
Yeah,
style,
That's-
maybe
Yeah,
that's.
it's right down at
ranch.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been in years and years, but
Hideaway,
You want to see the
but,
home?
Phil Tyner was telling me about it. He knows the guy.
Yeah.
Actually, he was gonna try to get me a
Right.
copy of
Want to go
the
home, I could drive by there.
research document that he had.
Stalk
That would be
Right.
good.
them. These people trying to get them.
Right.
some diversity.
Okay, I have another meeting to go to, so if we can, are you through with this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Finance and budget.
Well, I handed out the treasurer's report and the 2023 budgeted the categories and the amounts are very similar to what we have for 2022. And it was approved by the Commissioners Court. When was it?
Friday. It's basically Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Good.
All right, good. Anything on the new on the plane donation?
No, I mean, I could talk for 45 minutes about what the scuttle is, but in reality, there are some very smart people that are motivated to bring a couple of different programs to the Rockport Fulton ISD, one of which is an aviation program. Maritime is another component to it. And the plane will dovetail nicely whenever that happens, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
And it still sits where it was before. It's kind of an eyesore, I think, but the kids like to look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the wings are off, but they're sitting beside us.
All righty, thank you. There's no collections report. There's probably no update on cemeteries unless you know something.
I don't know anything.
I was gonna ask Janie the other day and forgot. Time capsule update. Hit on that one.
Sure, we got together, Mike, Carol lets us meet out at the airport, and we've got the safe stored out at the airport, and it's probably 1/4 full. When we started talking about time capsules, we were picturing, something maybe this big and this big around. And so we started gathering up stuff, but then somebody had the idea to get a safe, and Mike did. And so we have a big old safe.
40
Time
gun safe,
capsule.
it's pretty good size.
Yeah. And
But it'll
so
be used
Oh, yeah.
after they open it.
Yeah, they can reuse it again.
Yeah,
No reason it shouldn't be.
the idea was to put 2021 materials in there for the sesquicentennial year. And so we've been working on that. And whenever the courthouse gets done and we're going to put this in there, we'll make a new appeal for people to add stuff.
thank you.
Is it a safe out here on the airport? Is it?
Yeah,
Who
you,
donated the safe?
Holland Safe out of Corpus Christi.
They donated it? Is there?
Mhm.
That is nice.
we had to pay to get it here,
Yeah.
but other than that, they've
How
donated.
electronic is it if you're gonna leave it sit there for 50 or 100 years?
It's going in your court,
It's
new
going in
I
courthouse.
know
going in
that,
the
but I'm
courthouse.
saying if you're gonna put, if it's gonna be like a time capsule,
Mhm.
okay, you might not want one that has a battery in it.
Oh, this is a.
Go to open. It's got a regular dial.
Yeah, we had them install
Yeah, I
an
mean,
old
we
school
were
rotary dial.
born, we weren't born at
Most
night.
of the new ones have electronic.
In fact, it has an LED light strip on the inside that I was gonna recommend we just take out.
Take it
So we
out.
take the batteries out of
Yeah.
that, but that runs on batteries. You can, it's made where you can put a dehumidifier in it if you wanted to, but the fact that it's gonna be inside a building and these things aren't airtight anyway, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And being in the courthouse, which should theoretically always have backup power even in a storm, it should be fine. You know, I would think that they would just use common sense if they ever
It'll be
went
on
long enough
display
without
behind
power, that
glass.
somebody would do something. to-
So,
And we've talked about all the different offices that ought to have the code to get in.
Yeah.
So not just one person knows how to get into the
Elected
site.
folks, yeah, judge, the
county clerk,
treasurer or whomever, yeah,
County
something like that, yeah.
I can store the code in our IT password vault that any IT director coming in would have.
okay.
So,
Good
I
idea.
can wonder how many times they'll have to upgrade that over the next 50 years. Yeah.
Upgrade what?
Whatever
IT.
the password program that he's putting in, probably outdated in
Oh,
3 or
okay.
4 years. He better write it on a piece of paper. with a zip like
Judge
that.
whisper it to the next-
Yeah.
to the little judge whisper.
Hand the new judge a black book. Here's all the codes you need to know.
They
My
can
wife
bring-
says time
Have
to
a
stand.
secret brick that slides out at the courthouse
There
and
you go.
stash it in there.
Yeah.
Leave some notes somewhere to
Have a mason.
treasure hunt to find it.
And I do have all the stuff for
Yeah,
the
college.
electronic stuff. So once everyone knows what electronically they want in it.
Well, I have about 15 letters to send you digitally to put on it.
Anything
Is it
that's digital,
rewritable was the question.
It'll be, once I write it, it's done.
It's done, so it's not
I
rewritable.
wouldn't run
Okay.
the electric one.
Once it's written, it's stored
Okay,
for 1,000 years.
all right. Okay, Mike, we're down to you again.
Okay, so this is the part where we're looking for nomination for officers for 2023. Commissioner, Chairperson Stiles and myself come off, Colin comes off in 2023. So gonna have to have somebody step up, and all three of us hold positions, secretary, chair and vice chair. So we got to figure out a way to fill those. And I did reach out to Linda and she's said no, unfortunately. 2024 is looking a lot better for her. She said
Okay,
she and George have travel plans that she can't break any of those, and she's not, wouldn't be reliable enough to be even on the commission this next year. So.
well, Linda Garcia was on the commission for Garcia Haynes. She was on the commission for a long time, so she was the natural to step in and take over as chair. Is Dave, have you talked to?
Haven't talked to Dave. Thought maybe I would just parade him out in front of everybody and ask him. You're currently serving as the treasurer, but would you be willing to? Because treasurer is probably something that you could even train somebody that's a novice to do, I think, and then you could maybe take one of the other offices. Would you be interested in that?
You're gonna be the chairman?
I'm gone. After
We're off.
2023, we're off. We have to stay off for a year, right?
Mhm,
We can come back 2024, but we have to be off for a year.
We served 2 consecutive 2-year terms. You can serve 2 consecutive. So I've been chair for 4 years,
Yeah.
so.
I'll consider it. And thought about it.
Well,
Well,
no, that's fine. I thought if you
were gonna
wanted
be the
to,
one to step up.
Because really, we need to recruit some more members, period. Because I mean, we're losing a big chunk of membership at the end of this year. not
Problem
the
you
off- the
have is
officers at
quorum
that.
side.
What's that?
the more you have, I think we're limited to 15.
Right, and I
We don't have
think,
an upper limit on our bylaws. We've never written one in.
but we all know the
We
problem,
did.
problem with that is you struggle to get a quorum. if you have that
Exactly.
many. So, I mean, how many folks do we have right now?
We have a quorum.
I mean, but people I'm talking about in the commission,
Well, you make me pull my book out. I will.
I don't have the,
So you have, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Bring it.
7,
This is the Bible.
7, 8, 10, yeah, I think it's 10. Maybe it is 9, because I may have counted both. Let's see here. 3, 4,
Doreen.
7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10.
I'll do whatever you want me to do,
11,
but I'm
11.
not.
There's 11.
I haven't
Yeah.
been in long enough.
Yeah, not a lot of veterans in there.
Well, Sandy's gone. I mean, she's pretty much moved.
I'm a veteran.
True. That's true. Yeah, Sandy's pretty much gone. So we, like I said, we probably need to focus on trying to recruit 2 or 3 more people, but try to find our officers out of the
We
folks that
can't
are
do it until January.
still here. Yeah, that's true.
I have somebody that might
We
want
can't
to
have,
do
we
it.
can't make it official till January, but we can have some people that are slated and ready to
Sure,
go.
people can come to the meeting and understand
Yeah.
what's going
yeah,
on.
we can invite people and stuff, but yeah, all of it has to be done in January.
Who do you have?
I don't know her last name, but her first name is Shannon, and she's the lady that I'm working with that Lamar Cemetery project on, and she's looking for, matter of fact, she just got hired on at Pops.
Oh, no, okay. Okay. She sure did. I thought that name sounded familiar.
And she's actually a criminal lawyer, so
Retired.
kinda, yeah. So I can ask her if you like.
Sure.
So many people are gonna go off and how many people are left?
We may be the only 3 coming off.
I think we're the only 3.
And that leaves, that would leave 9 folks, because I think there's 12, that's what I counted.
Well, Sandy'd be off.
Mhm. Okay, so then
Yeah.
it leaves 8, which is not a bad number to work with, really. I mean, that's like say, you're not struggling so hard to get a quorum.
Problem is, you're gonna lose the continuity.
Yeah.
You guys gotta cool it, how to run this thing.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not a I was just thinking if you wanted to stay on as treasurer.
Yeah,
Oh, I
okay,
was saying
yeah,
as treasurer, yeah,
Yeah.
no problem with that at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I agree.
Well, we need
I just-
somebody,
I literally just got on.
Yeah.
need somebody really detail oriented to take that job though, because that secretary is pretty crucial too.
Shannon would be good for your job, I think. She's really computer savvy.
What we ought to do is maybe you're 3 of the officers, right? I'm an officer, right?
Yes.
Maybe we ought to just meet in.
Have an executive meeting.
Executive
Yeah, let's do
meeting.
that. And then we can maybe have something ready to put together by
Okay.
November.
And we can put together some names of people. I hadn't thought about even adding people. People we could add real quick that want to do it, so.
Okay, well, that's a
Wendy
good
Laubach
idea.
comes off the commission of the Commissioner's Court in January. She might be interested.
Okay.
So we want to meet before, I'm gonna be gone.
She was
a
on.
liaison. She didn't act interested. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that?
Wendy.
No, Wendy.
Wendy.
Yes,
Yeah.
Commissioner.
In fact, she told Pat Rizzo to take her place.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we meet, I think we want to definitely meet before October 15th, because I'm gone the whole last half of October. We're
Sounds
going
good.
to,
Okay,
Okay.
we're going to Cabo. so
we'll do
we're
it soon.
Out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, if we do it before the.
You got Zoom.
Yeah, right.
We got Zoom. You can go on your vacation.
I'll be speaking Spanish.
The last thing I have under new business would be spending some of our money.
Bingo.
And,
Oh, we're talking.
Friends of the History Center puts on 3 exhibits a year. And so I asked Pam how much each one would cost her to put, set up. So she's come up with this list, and so I just need to see if anybody agrees and to what amount. And Dave, you've got the bottom numbers. We've got some expenses. We've got the calendar expense coming out of this, and we're gonna have a few odds and ends expenditures. So I would like to make a recommendation that we do at least $2,500 to the Friends Group for their
What we certainly have the funds. I mean, they're not allocated, but there's the different categories that we raid for money. I mean, it's kind of gets moved around some, but we definitely have enough money to donate 2,500 to them.
Okay.
Do you want to make
And-
that
and if-
action item for the next
Yeah,
meeting?
It's under new business for
That's
this
okay,
one.
so we can do it now.
I didn't do it. I just did it.
Okay.
But so anyway, I just do need it is an action item, so.
Well, I'll make a motion to donate $2,500 to the.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any, and all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Greatly appreciated.
yeah. They do a good job, that's for sure.
And
then-
you gotta do that before the end of the year.
Well, you've got,
We gotta get that money to you before the end. of the year.
yeah, I was gonna say, you don't really want money left in the account.
We can't.
You
That's
you
what she
lose
tells
it.
me.
We give it back.
You lose it. if-
Use it or lose
I
it.
mean, we can have a nice party around Christmas or something.
Yeah.
We could maybe,
Look at Bubba,
Take a-
he says, I'm not hearing this.
History tour.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There you go.
run a room down at out at the country club or something.
There you go.
Put some setups up there.
Get some recruits.
Maybe.
Well, that's not-
You're way to
Have yeah, just have a cocktail hour up there for
I don't
the
think they got a frown on that.
The Tropical Trails is coming up. And if you want to go, it's in Corpus. It's $20 to go and they serve you lunch, but it's a tour. They go into, I think, 2 or 3 museums.
Mhm.
And, but you have to RSVP by noon on the 16th. And then the Doubletree in Austin is real places. Pam and I went 2 years ago.
Mhm.
2 years ago and put on a program for that. So anyway, so the next meeting is November the 9th and I have to go.
So,
So is the
Sign in.
Tropical Trails deal, is that the same thing that Sandy Jumper?
Yeah,
just got
that's
hired
what
as
she
the
just got
executive
hired.
director now?
yeah,
She might be a good one to get on the board.
She would be a good one to bring on here.
Yeah.
She's really good.
She is good.
She's still in the area.
I don't know.
Yeah,
She
she
really
lives, she lives out right off Airport Road in 1781, but she's gonna stay here. She doesn't have to move. She can work
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, she'd definitely be someone.
Might call
So,
it
one idea.
Go down there,
Oh.
Airport Road.
Oh, yeah, motion to adjourn.
1781.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Take a left. Okay, if that first-
All in favor?
turns back to the left.
Okay.
So one way to spend the money, I think the conference is gonna be online, but you still have to pay.
Yeah.
So it might be that some people want to register for that, to spend some for the
You all